Hey, it's Tim.
And it's Amy from GoWithLess. We're glad you're here. In this week's video, we're sharing some of the key things we've taken from our 2 years as full-time nomads, and we're bringing them into our new nomadic life. It's a new chapter. We hope you'll watch the whole video.
In 2015, Amy and I retired in our late 40s, and in January of 2020, we sold our home and became full-time nomads. Every Wednesday here on our channel, we're talking about our nomadic fire life.
We hope you'll give today's video a thumbs up, subscribe over here for those Wednesday videos, and I'm just going to catch us up on what's been happening the past 2 years quick. So we've been in the United States and in Mexico, mostly driving around with our car, and things have been a mix of slow and fast, really until July the 4th. Once we hit July the 4th, it was crazy. So, and it didn't even calm down until Thanksgiving Day was when things finally, like when we went to bed on Thanksgiving, it was like, oh, we made it. And here's why. Because we had these commitments, we had house sits, we had obligations, we were seeing people and all of that with our car. We're driving all over America back and forth, and these are long distances, so we're doing a night here, a night there in a hotel. We're passing by Charleston, South Carolina. Sure, we'll go visit. All of that was crazy. And we did a whole video about this maybe 2 months ago about how we were burning out. The challenge was that we still had all these things on the books for the next 2 months or so. So we knew it was a problem. There was not much that we could do to change it, but we're changing it now. We're in a new phase as of really the day after Thanksgiving.
So the day after Thanksgiving, we had an incredible start to this new life, and then we had a massage therapist come to our home and give us each hour-long massages. So an incredible start. We're really thrilled about that. So we are currently in San Miguel de Allende here in Mexico. We're going to be in a house sit here for 6 weeks. Great. This is fantastic. We can slow things down and actually get some things accomplished while we're here. Then we're going to go to Puerto Vallarta. We'll be there for 10 nights. That is in the vein of fast travel. There's a reason for that, though. We had intended to be in Puerto Vallarta for a longer period of time. We had booked a flight, and that put a stake in the ground, so we had to be there. We found this 10-day situation. That was somewhat affordable. And then we just couldn't find anything that sort of rang true with affordability there in Puerto Vallarta.
It was like $4,000 a month for one bedroom.
So we've been spending hours and hours and hours a day sort of sorting through all the options. I think Amy's looked at every city in Mexico.
Okay, so I've looked at Puerto Escondido, Zihuatanejo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, like the most, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Morelos, Cancun, Oaxaca City, Mexico City, Querétaro, Guanajuato, Puebla, Cuernavaca.
Trying to find something.
And we ended up on Guadalajara as the second largest city. We like cities, and so it seemed like a good place. And I'll tell you, we were really, really debating, do we want to spend, we have 8 weeks, do we want to spend 4 weeks somewhere and then another 4 weeks somewhere else? These are paid stays, not house sits. And we thought about it today, and we said, let's bite the bullet. Let's just do 2 full months in one place to catch up on all the stuff that we have to do that has kind of been on our to-do list for a long time, just weighing down on us.
And part of the difficulty with finding a place is we want to be in the right place. So it's not that we're looking for, so there were things in Puerto Vallarta that we could have signed up for that would have been affordable, but they just wouldn't have been a place where we, at least looking at the pictures online, it didn't look like a place where we would want to be for an extended amount of time. So what we found in Guadalajara looks like it's going to be a fantastic situation.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
And it's in the heart of the good place to be in the city, so we're really thrilled about being there and slowing it down.
And it's really surprising how much work people who don't have jobs and careers, how much work we have. This YouTube channel, I think, generates quite a bit of it. So we bought a new software package. It's advanced. I need to figure out how to use that. It's very different from what I have been using. I do all the editing. So doing that, we bought a course a whole year ago on the Black Friday Thanksgiving sale about being better YouTubers. We have not even, it's like a whole month-long course that we bought. We haven't even touched the first part. Tim bought a new camera. He hasn't touched for a single one of our videos. He bought that 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
hasn't used it yet.
It's tax season, so I've got to spend hours and hours working on our taxes, and then we got to move some of our money around because it's the
we got to do
our
website over.
We have just unending amounts of work that we're hoping to get accomplished in this slow it down period.
And careful, because if you say that your YouTube channel sounds like a lot of work, that means that you're putting a vote in to us not having a YouTube channel. So just consider that in the comments. Okay, so let's get on to number 2.
So our second big lesson is that we really feel like we need some structure in our life in order to make sure that we're doing the things that we want to do in a given day. So we haven't had a lot of structure primarily because of this fast travel. It just makes it really, really difficult to have some routine in your day when every day is different. Every single day is different. So what we've decided, one of the penalties that we've paid for this is we've both gained about 15 pounds over the course of the past year. And so I wasn't sure if Amy was going to become
cheesesteaks in Philadelphia.
And so we've got to do something about that. And so I think having some routine is going to help us with that. We've signed up for or not signed up. We are going tomorrow to sign up for a gym here in San Miguel for 5 weeks. Seems to be very affordable, about $30 per person to be there for an entire month.
Yeah, 1 month.
And so that's going to be great. And
we looked at,
now
now
the trick is getting there, so we have to do that. We have to live up to this routine.
We're putting it on
building.
camera so that we have some accountability.
That's right.
We did look at, I found 3 different nice gyms. One was not so nice. One was really a pain in the butt to get to because it was all on cobblestone streets for 15 minutes and not pleasant. So we found a good third option. I'll make sure that we get some video footage in there. So we're going to get that started tomorrow morning. We're hoping to get an exercise routine in the morning, do Spanish practice for me every day. It's really great being in Mexico, being able to practice that, but I still want to have the flashcards and my apps and things like that. And then the other thing is we're going to spend some time each day doing these, trying to cross off some of these items off of our to-do list. So we have, it would be nice not to have all this hanging over us. And it's been hanging over for over a year, 2 years.
Somebody has talked about a life hack. I can't remember where I heard this, but where you take your to-do list and you just put all these items on the calendar. I'm going to spend this amount of time doing this. And so I think I'm going to sit down with my calendar and actually put the things that are on my to-do list on the calendar for certain windows every single day and try and get some of these things just moved off of our plate.
Okay, so I'm going to get active again in the Go With Less accountability group. If you are somebody who might need a little accountability, join. It's a free group on Facebook. Go With Less accountability group is different than the regular Go With Less Facebook group, and it's a place where you could just be held accountable to your goals. And I'm going to have to be putting that up there because we haven't been to a gym since we became nomads. I used to be a gym rat. I love the gym. So I only have one gym outfit, so that's going to be really boring for 5 whole weeks.
It may be smelly.
There's not going to be smelly. I could do a lot of laundry, but yeah. So and I will say also that we were at the same house for 4 weeks in the summertime, and we didn't make a single meal from scratch. We have been here for a week now today, and we have made quite a few meals from scratch. So that really we're gonna be making more of our own food, cooking a lot healthier. So I think it's just getting to bed at an earlier time so we can get to our classes. There's like spinning classes and TRX classes at the gym in the morning. So we're gonna try to get to a 9:15 class every day.
Yep. And so without this structure, it's going to be difficult to accomplish all we want to accomplish. So the third thing that we're going to talk about is a little more nebulous, and that's about being protective of our time. And so I've said before that Amy is really outgoing and social, and I'm a little introverted. And I think Amy is, sometimes the takeaway from that is that Amy wants to be on all the time with people and socializing at every single moment. And she told me today, emphatically, that is not the case.
You got it wrong, dude. Yeah. I like my time with people. I'm an extrovert, so I get energy from those interactions. But I love quiet time. No TV, no music, and I really need that every single day. So when we have, I'll give an example. I'm very close with my mom and stepdad, and they have come on the road with us. They've come and met us in 3 different places. As much as I love spending time with them, and when we're with them, we spend a long time every day with them, they stay at a hotel or an Airbnb when we are together. And when I visit my family, when we've been visiting them over the past year, we go stay at a hotel or at a house sit or something like that so that we have our own space. So we have found that we have unlimited opportunities to have social time, which is really wonderful for someone who loves that, like I do, but I like the quiet time too. And we have a lot of, in San Miguel, we have more than 24 friends here right now, and we could be meeting them all the time. So I'll tell you, we went on a little dog walk here last night, 10-minute walk. We were invited to 2 Christmas parties on that 10-minute walk. So there's San Miguel is that kind of a place. So what we're realizing is that instead of, and I think that it's going to take like the first lesson, which was slow it down, and the second lesson, which is have a routine, to become this third bigger lesson. And that third lesson is having better boundaries. Yep. So, and I think that slowing it down, that means we don't have to shove everything into a day. We don't have to shove a 5-hour lunch and a 2-hour, coffee with somebody with a 1-hour Zoom at night. I don't think we have to fit all that into a night because we're not so hurried anymore. So there's that. And then also the routine. The fact is, if we have morning kind of plans, I don't think we're going to be doing them because we're going to be at the gym.
I think this is maybe the way to characterize this is we need to be better at strategically saying no. And this is no to ourselves. So it's like we really want to go and do something that's maybe in this vein of socializing. We have to realize that we need to say no to certain social events so that we have to be protective of this time. It's very hard because we really want to do all the socializing, but sometimes we just have to say no, and we're going to be doing it moving forward. Do a better job of that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want to know: as you are going into the new year, what are you changing up in your life? Things have changed dramatically, whether you're a nomad or not, because of COVID. So I want to know what is changing drastically in your life. Let me know down below. It's almost like a little bit like early New Year's resolutions, maybe, is kind of what we're talking about. It just so happens that it was Thanksgiving resolutions. So we'll see you next Wednesday. Hasta luego.
Adios.